Hello everyone, I am Kamini Shirsat, Assistant Professor of Computer Science at Satana College. In last lecture we have already learnt about what is creational pattern, and I already discussed one type of creational pattern, that is singleton pattern, before. Now let's see second creational pattern, that is factory method. So, factory pattern says that just define an interface or abstract class for creating an object, but let the subclasses decide which class to instantiate it. Means subclasses are responsible to create the instance of the class, and it is also known as virtual constructor. What is the intention of this factory method? It defines an interface for creating an object, but let the subclasses decide which class to instantiate. Factory method lets a class differ instantiation to subclasses. What is the applicability of this class? First, when a class doesn't know the class of object it must create. Second point, when a class wants its subclasses to specify the objects to be created, then factory pattern is applicable. And last one, when the parent classes choose the creation of object to its subclasses, then also factory method is applicable. There are three participants which are involved in the factory method. First one is product, which defines the interface of objects the factory method creates. Second one is concrete product, which is used to implement the product's interface. And third one is creator. The creator declares a factory method which returns an object of a type product, and it also defines a default implementation of the factory method that returns a default concrete product object. It may call the factory method to create a product object. Then the structure is given here. In that structure, product, concrete product, creator, concrete creator are the participants which are required to factory method, which are involved in the structure of factory method. Let us discuss about collaborations of factory method. Creator relies on its subclasses to define the factory method so that it returns an instance of the appropriate concrete product. Then, consequences for the factory method. Factory method allows the subclasses to choose the type of objects to create. It also promotes loose coupling by eliminating the need to bind application specific classes into your code. It provides hooks for subclasses. Means creating objects inside a class with a factory method is always more flexible than creating an object directly. And last consequence is it connects parallel class hierarchies. Means clients can find factory method useful especially in the case of parallel class hierarchies. After that, we have to know about what is the implementation of the factory method. So for that, consider the following issues when applying the factory method pattern. First one, it includes two major varieties. Two main variations of the factory method patterns are when the creator class is an abstract class and does not provide an implementation for the factory method it declares, and another variation is when the creator is a concrete class and it provides a default implementation for the factory method. Second implication is parameterized factory methods. It allows the factory method to create multiple kinds of products. The factory method takes a parameter that identifies the kind of object to create. Third implementation is language specific variants and issues. Means different languages lend themselves to other interesting variations and conditions here. Then fourth implementation is using templates to avoid subclassing. Means potential problem with factory method is that they might force you to subclass just to create an appropriate product objects. After that, naming convention is also one of the implementation for factory pattern. It is good practice to use naming convention that make it clear you are using factory methods. Let's see the Java code example for the factory method. Here we have given one diagram in which shape is given, and that shape interface implements the three shapes: circle, square and rectangle. For that we have to design factory pattern. For the given example, let's create an interface in step 1. So for the shape we have to create an interface, and we will use draw method here. In step 2 we have to create concrete classes implementing the interface shape. So these shape interface implements three classes: rectangle, square and circle. For these three classes we have to create classes, and in that we have to use draw method, and in that draw method we simply print one message by using system.out.println. In step 3 we create a factory to generate object for the above concrete classes based on the given information. So that shape factory class is created, and we use getShape method to get object of the type shape. So public shape getShape, and in that we will pass parameter string shape type. So it will check if shape type equal to null, that it will return null, and if shape type dot equal ignore case circle, then it returns new circle, as well as if shape type equal to rectangle, then it will return new rectangle, else if shape type equals ignore case square, then it will return new square, otherwise it will return null. In step 4 we use the factory to get object of concrete class by passing an information such as type. So for that factory pattern demo class is used, in which we will we will declare main function and strings argument as we pass strings as argument. Shape factory, for that shape factory we will create a new object. uh, After that we will get an object of circle and call its draw method. So shape1 equal to shape factory dot get shape method is used to get an object of a circle or object for the specific type. So shape1 dot draw is the method which is called for drawing a method in a circle. After that get an object of rectangle and call its draw method. So shape2 is used for rectangle and call draw method of rectangle. Here shape2 dot draw draws the shape rectangle, and last one we have to get an object of square and call its draw method. For that we will use shape3, and by using getShape method we call draw method of square, and shape3 dot draw is used to draw the method of square. After that we will verify the output. It will outputs you inside a circle draw method is called, inside rectangle draw method is called, and inside a square draw method is called. Hence it only prints the statements which we will return in the draw method by using system.out.println. Thank you.